I would be slightly happy if Tom wins, and I know he has this reputation. I get that Tom is a cheating hoe, filthy whore, but he's likable on the show. Hate to break it to Ariana Madix fans. Now this is the classic Danielle Reyes I came to watch. This is the big brother Danielle Reyes. The strategicness of her, the cutthroatness of her. Still don't love the overacting, but it's still working on most people. Maybe not so much going forward. But yeah, before this episode, I watched Sierra be shocked that Danielle was a traitor and her reveal. It's been a theme all season that Danielle and Carolyn have had people shocked. But tonight's episode came down to Carolyn versus Danielle in a season where it's been traitor versus traitor all season long, which once again speaks to how poorly the faithful have been all season. Because the traitors have to hold these faithful's hands to get themselves out. And it's unfortunate because at this point, I don't want anyone to win except for Danielle at this point, because any other winner after the game they played all season, only a couple episodes left as we limp to the ending. Yeah, I mean, I do like Tom. I would be slightly happy if Tom wins, and I know he has this reputation. I get that Tom is a cheating hoe in real life, like truly a filthy cheating hoe. Filthy whore. But he's likable on the show. Hate to break it to Ariana Madix fans. Almost makes me want to watch the show he's from. I forget the name, but I probably won't watch. But on this show, he is entertaining. So I guess I would be okay with the Tom win, even though I don't think he's been a good faithful. But at least he's been entertaining. As for the Carolyn versus Danielle showdown, and I know I'm going to hurt some Carolyn stans' feelings. I know so many people were trying to pretend like Carolyn was this great traitor, and she wasn't bad by any means. She had her strong points. Her strong point was being so under the radar because of her personality. And as you can see by the reveal, a lot of people shocked that Carolyn was a traitor. But her personality makes it easy for her to play dumb, like Danielle was able to call her out for. But Carolyn's biggest flaw has been her actual lack of gaming. This is a game and you're a traitor. And I don't feel as though Carolyn ever truly even played the game as a traitor at all. And I just can't with all of this victim noises that I'm getting out of Carolyn. That nobody listens to her and she has this reputation in real life and she's feeling sorry for herself about it. But at least in this show, the reason why the traitors never listen to her is because Carolyn always, would push back against some possible bad ideas or some ideas that were bad for her. But only one time did she ever have an idea of her own. And sure, there could be editing, but it's happened all season long. It's not all editing. Carolyn likes to say, no, let's not do that. Let's not do this. Let's not do that. But she doesn't give a plan. And people like that in real life annoy the shit out of me. Like, yeah, you can say this sucks. Let's not do that. But if you ain't giving me your own idea of what you want to do, then just shut up. Truly. So she can say nobody listens to her, but if you're not actually giving people ideas and just saying, no, we can't do that, you're not really playing the game. So I think that was another part of Carolyn's undoing and why she wasn't that great of a traitor in the end. Bob and Rob were super aggressive as traitors. Danielle had her aggressive moments, but I don't think she was as aggressive, and I do think that's why she was the last traitor standing of the originals. Danielle's biggest flaw to me was always her overacting. That was her doing too much. But Carolyn just did too little. I think a good traitor needs to find that balance of not being too aggressive, but you still need to make good decisions for your own game as a traitor. And when you get to off people, Danielle hasn't always done that either. She has not made the most strategic decisions, but it was good to see her strategy pay off tonight. She was steps ahead of Carolyn. She said all season she wanted to be 20 steps ahead, and she was of Carolyn here, knowing that Carolyn would come at her aggressively and putting the seeds out there that the traitors all season have come aggressively at people, and it makes them look guilty. I'm hoping for next season that, if Phaedra last season made everyone scared of the housewives, who this season all sucked, can't believe Dolores is still there, genuinely think she's the worst television of the season. Well, Britney Spears' ex, thankfully he's gone. We're not even talking about him. Pointless. Ivar, still there, also pointless. Wish he was gone too. But Dolores was right there with both of them as pointless. Lost my train of thought. I think editing-wise, I think Zac Efron's brother is the odds-on favorite to win. Danielle is going to recruit Brittany. Brittany has this last-second shot to win as a traitor. And with all these suspicions on Danielle, it's a big possibility that if they get Danielle out and Brittany's still left, she can weasel her way to an endgame win. Do I want to see that? No, I think Brittany has not done a whole lot as a faithful, so I don't want to see her win as a traitor. I think Brittany winning as a traitor makes the entire season pointless. It's a flaw in the game that you can still recruit this late in the game and someone can become a traitor this late in the game. And I get it because they want to have so many episodes, but like if your game is that flawed, Peacock, then you might have to end the season an episode or two early. You might have to have multiple winners as faithful because it's a big flaw in the game that the traitors can recruit this late in the game. Also don't like the seer that we're going to be seeing, that power that someone can just see who's a traitor or a faithful, at least ask one person if they're a traitor or a faithful. Not really loving the end game. Didn't like this season in general. The casting. Been complaining all season. Not going to stop now. But yeah, don't like these twists this season. This power. It's really showing the flaws in the overall game that is the traitors. Overall, I'm going to keep it short tonight. There's not too much more to talk about. Like I said, like I see it, Brittany has a good shot at winning now that she's becoming a traitor. I think the edit points to at least Zac Efron's brother winning as a faithful. If he wins, I hope he at least wins with Tom, because I don't want to see anyone else as a faithful win. Oh my God. Dolores winning after being a non-entity all season. Boring television. Voting terribly every round table because she's not really playing the game. Ugh, would hate that, but it's a possibility too. Carolyn being gone now, she's had a lot of sour grapes outside of the show. So much so that she ended her podcast with Carson, who's also a Survivor alum. Honestly, Carolyn kind of coming across like a clown outside of the game. She could be a clown in a good way sometimes on the show, but outside of the game, I get she's an emotional player, but she seems very bitter regarding Danielle. There's a lot of people bitter regarding Danielle. Some of that will come up at their reunion about some of the stuff Danielle was saying, and I am ready to defend Danielle because welcome to competition reality television. Don't want to hear what any of these boring people have to say about Danielle playing a cutthroat, savage game. Because, the game Danielle lost on Big Brother, she lost because of a bitter jury. Well, there's no jury on this season, so if Danielle wants to make everyone bitter and crying and shaking and throwing up, well, they can't vote against her in the end if she makes it to the end and wins, because there is no crybaby jury, and I'm thankful for that at least, in what is an otherwise subpar season.